Welcome to RAS classes. Those who are watching our videos, please like and subscribe channel. Today we will discuss about the ternary operator. First of all, we will know what is operator. Operators are nothing but special symbols. Special symbols that does some predefined task on operands. That means operators operates on operands. Clear? For example, suppose I am taking A plus B. Here plus is a operator which operates on both the operands, that is A and B. Here A and B are operands and this plus is a operator. Clear? This is operand. This is operand 1, this is operand 2. So here this plus operator working on two operands. So it is called as what? Binary operator. So according to the number of operands, there are generally three types of operator. What are those? One is unary operator. Second one is, I have already told, binary operator. Third one is, we will discuss about what? Ternary operator. Clear? The operator which has only one operand, is called what? Unary operator. For example, plus, minus, plus, plus. This is postfix or prefix increment operator. This is increment operator. Decrement operator, minus, minus, you know. So these type of operators are unary operators. The operator which has only one operand. Plus means plus 5, minus 3, like this. Clear? Then come to binary operator. The operator which has two operands. I have already given the example. Here the plus operator has two operands. This is binary operator. Clear? So arithmetic operation. Operators like plus, minus, into, division, clear? Modular division. So these type of operators are binary operators. Relational operator, you can say. Relational operators like your greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, equal to, equal to. So these type of operators also binary operators. Logical operators, you know, logical operators like logical and, logical or. These are also what? Binary operators. Then bitwise operator. Bitwise operators. like bitwise and bitwise or XOR, left shift, bitwise left shift, bitwise right shift. So these bitwise operators also binary operators. Now come to what? Ternary operator. The operator which has three operands, which has ternary means three. So the operator which has three operands is called what? Ternary operator. What is the syntax of ternary operator? Which operator? This question mark and colon. Question mark and colon. In combination with these two symbols, it is one. This is called ternary operator. Then what is the syntax for this ternary operator? Come to syntax. This is expression 1, then question mark, then expression 2, then colon, this is expression 3, then semicolon. This is the syntax of what? Ternary operator. You can see there are three operands, expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. Here this expression 1 will be one what? One condition. One conditional expression. This expression 1 is one conditional expression. If this condition is true, if this condition is true or non-zero value, then it will go to expression 2. This is the true part. This is the true part for what? Expression 1. If the expression 1 is true or non-zero value, it will go to the part just after the question mark and before the colon. That is to the expression 2. This is the true part for expression 1. If this condition 1 results false or 0, it will directly go to which part? The part just after the colon. That is to the expression 3. This is the false part. False part. And this is the false part for this expression 1. This is the false part for expression 1. If this expression 1 results true or non-zero value, then it will go to what? Just after the question part, that is expression 2. This part will execute. If this condition is results what? 0 or false, it will directly go to which part? Expression 3 part, or just after what? Colon. So it will execute expression 3. Clear? This is the execution process of ternary operator. Now take one example. Just see one example. You can see one example. Suppose I want to find the larger number, between two numbers. Clear? Now see, suppose I have taken integer a equal to 10 and integer b equal to 20. Now come to ternary operator part. Suppose here I am writing a greater than b, then question mark, printf a is greater, then colon, printf b is greater. Clear? Using ternary operator, I am writing to find the largest among two numbers. You can see this is condition. I have already discussed. This is expression 1 is condition. This is expression 2 is the true part for this condition. Clear? Then this is expression 3. That means false part for this condition. Clear? If this condition is true, now see the value of A and B. A is 10, B is, suppose I am taking B is 5 first time. Clear? So what will happen? 10 greater than 5. Yes, condition is true. So it will go to the true part. That is the part just after the question mark and before the colon. Clear? This is the true part. True part. Clear? If this expression results non-zero value or true, then it will go to the true part. This part. Clear? So it will what? Print A is, so output will be A is greater. For these values of A and B. If A is 10, B and B is 5. So A is greater than B. Clear? So it will print A is greater. Suppose I am taking A is 10 and B is 20. You can see A greater than B. 10 greater than 20. Condition is false. Now condition is false. So for these values, it will directly go to the false part. That means the part just after the colon. Clear? This is the false part. This is the false part for this condition. Clear? So it will print what? B is greater. Clear? This is the execution process of ternary operator. Clear? Now, you can write this. You can also write like this. Suppose I am taking C, another variable I am taking, suppose integer C. Clear? C equal to A greater than B, question mark, A colon B. You can see this syntax. This is assignment operator. Assignment operator. In case of assignment operator, it will first evaluate the right side part. Right side value will be assigned to left side variable. In case of assignment operator, right side value will be assigned to left side variable. So first it will evaluate this A greater than B. There is question mark, ternary operator is there. So it will evaluate the total part. Clear? Suppose for this you can see A is 10, B is 20. Clear? So 10 greater than 20. Condition is false. It will directly go to the false part. This is the false part. Just after the colon. This part. So B. There is B. So right side value is B. So it will assign to what? The variable C. So C value will be what? The value of B, that is 20. So after this we can print if larger number is percentile D what? C. Clear? So it will display what? Larger number is C value is 20. So larger number is 20. For these values it will print larger output. Larger number is 20. Clear? Now see, suppose I am taking B value is suppose 5. Clear? So what will happen in this case? Just see. What will happen? C equal to A greater than B. A value is 10, B value is 5. Now B value is 5. 10 greater than 5. Yes, condition is true. So it will go to which part? The true part. There is A. So A value will now assign to what? C. A value is 10. So 10 will be assigned to C. Again it will print what? Print a larger number is percentile D C. So C value is now what? 10. So it will print what? Larger number is 10. This way you can also implement the ternary operator. Clear? This is how the ternary operator will execute. Clear? Now, the ternary operator can be nested. Nested means what? If one ternary operator present inside another ternary operator. Clear? Nested ternary operator. You can see the syntax. Clear? This is expression 1. Suppose this is condition. I have already discussed. Then this is question mark. This is the true part for this expression 1. Suppose this is true part for expression 1. True part 1 suppose. In true part, you can place another condition. Here you can see condition 2 suppose. This is condition 1. Expression 1 or condition 1. Conditional expression. Condition 2. Then again question mark. If there is condition, there will be one question mark and column. This is true part for condition 2. Then there will be column. Then this is false part. And the total is what? True part for what? This condition 1. Here this is first expression or condition. Then this is question mark. And this is the true part for this condition. And there will be one false part. There is question mark is there. So colon will be there. So in false part also you can write condition suppose 3. Then if condition is there, then there will be colon true part, colon false part. Clear? This total is the false part for this condition. In this way, you can write the nesting of ternary operator. The nesting of ternary operator. That means if this condition is true, it will go to the true part just after the question mark part. Again there is one condition. It will check the condition true. Condition 2. As if it is true, this condition is true, then it will execute what? The true part for this condition. That means if this condition is true, it will check the condition 2. If this condition 2 is true, then it will execute this true part. Clear? If this condition is false, it will execute what? The false part. This is the false part for this condition. This is the true part for this condition. Clear? If this condition is false, it will not execute this part. It will directly go to this part. If this condition is false. Clear? In false part, there is condition 3. If this condition 3 is true, it will execute this part. if this is true. If this is false, it will execute this part. Clear? So, suppose, for example, suppose this is statement 1. Or expression 1, you can say. Expression 1. This is question mark. Suppose this is expression 2. And this is suppose expression 3. This is suppose expression 4. Then in false part, expression suppose 5, expression 6, and this is expression 7, and this is semicolon, and this is colon. Clear? Now see, just compare. If this expression 1 is true, expression 1 is true. Clear? And if this is true, it will go to which part? Expression 2. This is another condition. And if expression 2 is true, then it will execute what? Expression 3. Clear? If this expression 1 is true, it will go to this part. This is the true part for this expression. So it will again check this, execute this expression 2. There is one condition. So if this expression 2 is true, it will execute the expression 3. Clear? If expression 1 is true, expression 2 is false. So what will happen? It will execute what? This is false. It will execute expression 4. Expression 4. Clear? You can see this is true, this is false. It will go to this part. This is the false part for this expression. Clear? Now see. Just compare which part will execute in nested ternary operator. Suppose expression 1 is true. Expression 1 is true. Sorry, expression 1 is false. We have already taken true part. Expression 1 is false. It will go to which part? This false part. So it will check what? Expression 5. It will go to expression 5. If this expression 5 is true, this is false, it will go to this part. There is expression 5. If this is true, it will execute what? Expression 6. So expression 6 will execute. Clear? Now see, if this expression 1 is false, expression 1 is false, but expression 5 also false. Expression 5 also false. So what will happen? This is false, it will go to this. Again it is false, it will go to expression 7. So expression 7 will execute. This is the execution process of nested ternary operator. One ternary operator present inside another ternary operator. In true part, you can keep one ternary operator. In false part, you can keep what? Another ternary operator. Again, here also you can write the nesting of ternary operator. Clear? this is how you write the nested of ternary operator. Clear? This is all about what? Ternary operator. And this ternary operator also called as conditional operator. Conditional operator. As there is conditional statement is there, and using this conditional operator, this conditional expression, it will execute either true part or false part. So it is also called as, this ternary operator also called as what? Conditional operator. This is all about the ternary operator. In next video, we will discuss more about the C programming. Thank you.